Well, welcome back, everybody. Got something new in the shop. So, nice fella down in Gorham. He had this planer, actually his son did. And he had another one that I purchased. This has no names on it of manufacturer. I think originally it was in the head cover, you know, the shroud. And anyway, turns over, two-bladed head, which is no big deal. You know, the four blades are nicer, do a nicer job, but this isn't meant to do a nice job. As you can see, it's a lag bed. They're meant, some people call them a green planer because you run green lumber on them usually. You can do dry, but yeah, normally you just throw your green planks of hemlock and stuff on it and you size them. And this one I think will go to like 8 inches. Gotta go to the other side and see. Yeah, the scale goes to 8 inches. Whether or not it'll actually take that much, I don't know. But you might be able to do beams on it. Yeah, pretty nice old thing. Anyway, everything turns. The lag bed will turn. It just needs to be run and shined up. You know, all this stuff here all turns. So they had converted it to grease bearings. This originally was a oil pocket, and I'm assuming that they might have a ring in here. I got to take it apart. If this has got a ring in here, I may clean out all the oil or the grease and put oil back into it, because they self-lubricate with the ring pulling up the right amount of oil. I'm not sure really what they did here. A lot of people have been into it before I got it. So anyway, this here was stuck, and I had to beat it out with a hammer, and because it was stuck in the machine back there. So I got to make a new pin because I swedged up the threads, which is no big deal. That's the nut that was on it. I got the pin in the lathe, but today I'm running something that I usually don't run. You can probably hear it running. It's noisy because the motor's noisy. But we're running the old Brown and Sharp surface grinder. And there's nothing happening up this end. Well, it's just starting to. Whether it comes back or not, I'll let it run the whole length. It's starting to grind up on that piece. There's a wicked amount of variation on the thickness of this. I've gone 12 thousandths, and it was cutting on this end, and it was cutting right in front of this bolt, but as you can see, it still isn't cutting out here. So the end isn't tipped up, it's just very irregular. And don't know why, but it is. And we're gonna make it all flat down this here. Then we'll raise the grinder up, we'll slide it back, and put that somewhere in the middle, and we'll just run a short pattern, and we'll grind that down. We'll let this end spring up a little bit if it wants, because there is a few thousand spring in this. But yeah, so we can manually do it if we want to, and save from chasing way down to this end. But I don't know what it's going to do as it goes. It may start cutting more as it comes up, but nothing there. So, well, just ticking it. So yeah, the old Brown and Sharp does a pretty nice job, you know, for something that was given to me. I took it all apart and cleaned it. It was seized right up. There's quite a lot goes on in there. I've had that all over the bench. And, you know, it's power feed both ways. And you can override it here. Back here when I get ready to reset it. Well, as you can see, this is marked out in thousandths. So we'll come down 2 thousandths. Hard to do while you're filming. But anyway, all we got to do is clap that down. She'll start setting in each time. that blade's on a little bit of a skew, so felt like watching paint dry, but I usually get it going, then I walk off and leave it for 15 minutes. This is 14 thousandths right here that I've taken so far. And as you can see, you know, a lot of places aren't even started to touch yet. But anyway, enough of the grinding. So this right here is the other continental planer. This one has side knives on it. I know there's not good lighting on in here. There's another side knife over here, and as you can see, they go in this track, so you can bring them in to whatever width you want. And originally, there would have been a cutter head out here. I don't know where it went exactly, but these covers would come down on it, and a belt would come off of here. This is supposed to be out a little further, would line up there, and then this one here would have come out to whatever this apparatus was. Missing that part of it, but it'll do more than what I ever expected. And move that can of paint here. So right here is where it says Continental Machinery Company, the CO right here. I'm sure there's some more writing under that piece of tin, but they've got it boxed up pretty good, and they got a fan right here that's, you know, it's all set up with belts, and it's a pretty nice rig. I got the drive shaft that hooks here, and I got the other weight that's off in it right now. So I think that this is going to make a nice piece, you know, to use actually. It just needs a lot of work, and it is, well, I don't know if I can pick this up. This thing's heavier than hell, but it's going to take a lot of cleaning, as you can see. A lot of rust in there, but these blades are actually on a round head, which makes it pretty nice, and I think it's a 3-bladed head. It's not a 4, but I'm not positive about that. Yeah, 3-bladed. And anyway, put that down easy so it don't break, because that thing's heavy. There we go. So yeah, kind of a neat piece. So that's what's happening right now. This box here goes with that last planer, and it has a lot of profiles, different cutters, you know, a lot of different stuff that's made to go on the edges. I think it'll do tongue and groove, I'm not sure, but I got 2 blades in that instead of 4. But if you look up here, you know, I don't know what they are. Oh, that's a saw shank, a sawtooth, but I don't know what they were doing with that. But oh, well, there's a tongue and groove of some sort. You know, looks like there might be maybe 3 of them. I don't know. We'd have got to dig all this stuff out. But there's the mate to it for the opposite side, and some stuff over here. Gotta be careful because I think it's pretty sharp. So a lot of different options, you know, different stuff. Looks like 3 of those there. There's another one, a little different. Kind of a neat setup. These blades here all go on that back shaft that I said was missing. You know, whether they were using it to split stuff or to groove. You know, I don't have the manual for this planer, but it's a planer molder. It's quite obvious. Got all these shoes, you know, to run the wood down. Pretty complete set up. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but once we get it figured out, shims in there, pretty nice. There's a whole stack of these other stuff. There's another set of tug and groove set up. They're just running 2 blades to a wheel. I don't know if that other one was the match and sat. No, but there's all kinds of, I guess we'll put that down here. All kinds of these little blades, different profiles on it. Pretty good shape, but that one there had been hit with something and broke the carbide, but there's 3 of them that are still good, so it can still be used. A little out of balance, baby, but I don't know, it should be fun to play with it a little bit once we get it running. But yeah, so anyway, I gotta go in and check my grinder. That's grinding away in there. Just figured I'd show you the other planer. And I'm not really sure if they call it a molding machine or a planer molder. I'm not really sure, but anyway, it is what it is. As you can see, it's very irregular. This spot here is tipped right down. So I'm going to quit after it gets out here. It's got another 1/4 of an inch to go. Sarah wants to pile some wood while it's still nice out, so I told her I would. So about another 10 passes and I'll shut all this mess down. Anyway, that's what I'm up to lately. I know I didn't make any videos for about a week and a half. My computer locked me out, and every time I hit log in, it would loop right back to it. Come to find out, it had no storage capacity left, not even enough to log in. And it's a good thing my boy knows how to go on the back side of a computer and go through the back channels, because we got into it, and he did a bunch of moving from the back to free it up to get into the front. Anyway, it was a long, tedious 3.5-hour night because he was telling me what commands to give it and I was typing them in. And I'm a slow typer. So we got it done. So anyway, should be getting a few more videos up now. Hope you enjoyed and keep safe, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.